This is Toby Music. What's up, everybody? How are we? We had 405 people register for this. So I'm going to take a couple seconds here, drop in the comments in the chat where you guys are tuning in from. I'm going to admit some more people in here and we are going to jam. So the setup today, I'm going to show you everything about Claude. Claude has become the new buzzword in 2026. I'm sure you're seeing it everywhere. And there's a lot of different ways that we can use Claude in our business. So we're going to spend the next 55 minutes running through the basics. This is going to be 101, how you can set it up, how you can use it in your business, how you can personalize it. And at the end, I'm going to launch something pretty cool. I put together an 8-week program for anybody who's interested in more implementation and everything moving forward. So I'm going to admit all here and we're going to jump right in. But yes, you will absolutely be getting a recording of this. I will get that out as soon as it processes, so it'll be later today. Because a lot of the things I'm gonna teach you today, you're probably gonna want that recording to go back and pause and actually implement as we go. But everything that I'm going to show you today is going to be very basic. It's going to change your business and change your life. So I definitely want you to be engaged. And if you want to go ahead and pull up your Claude, just go to claude.ai.com and you can actually view what I'm doing on screen while setting yours up along the way. But like I said, I've got a brand new 8-week program I'll launch towards the end for anyone who's interested for the implementation cohort. And right now we are going to share a screen and get going. So if you know Claude, if you've been using Claude, then you know that it looks a lot like ChatGPT. It looks a lot like Gemini, the tools that we've been using here for the last several months, some of us maybe even the last several years. And so on Claude, there's a lot of different versions. And this is the first place that I see people get confused, is because we are so used to just the chat, right? We put in a question or we put in a prompt and it actually gives us something back. But the reason that I have moved over to Claude, and it does about 90 to 95% of all of what I do, I no longer use Chat and Gemini like I used to, is because it has become so much more powerful than just the chat. And so if you're just getting started, I'm going to show you all of the ways that Claude can be used, and I'm going to walk you through all of the ways that you can use it in your business. All right. So without further ado, this is what Claude looks like. Now, if you did hear Fable was their new version that came out last week. Unfortunately, after 3 days, it went away, which is why a lot of you are going to see this Claude Fable is currently unavailable. But the first thing I want to walk you through is here is the chat that most of us are used to, right? We actually type in a question and it will give us that information. But here's where it starts to get really fun, is you can actually
even go outside. You want to go out?
Even if you're just on the web version, which is what you see here, you can actually start to customize it so it starts to know who you are. And what that's going to do is every step of the way, every time you use it, it will already have a knowledge of who you are, what you do in your business, who you service, where you service them. And so I'm going to walk you through how to customize this first. All right. So on the bottom left-hand side here, and this doesn't matter if you're on the free version, the paid version, I personally am paying the $20 a month. So that's where I'm at with Claude at the moment. But on the bottom left-hand side where you see your name, you're going to actually click on settings, and this is where you're going to start to be able to not only personalize it on how you want it to act, but I'm going to walk you through how you can actually start to connect it with other platforms that you are utilizing. All right. So when you bottom left hand corner, when you click on settings, this is the first thing you're going to see. If you haven't already told it who you are, you can put in your name, you can tell it what to call you. But here in the middle is where you are really going to allow it to understand who you are. So you can type in everything about you. So who you are, how you work, your communication style, how you want it to actually be a business strategist with you and not just a cheerleader, right? We all know that AI likes to hype us up and tell us good job and all of that, but the impact of what it can actually do when we tell it to be our business strategist, when we tell it to be our marketing expert, when we tell it exactly what it is that we want to do. Okay, now, if you don't already have instructions, that's okay because you can just start to tell it a little bit about what you do here. Or the fastest and easiest way to get it to understand you is open a new chat and have it interview you. Tell it to ask you 25, 50 questions, maybe even 100 questions about you and your business. And it will allow Claude to actually interview you to get more understanding. All right. Now, as you go through these settings here, there's a lot of other things that you can do as well with privacy. You can see the usage, but the big one I want to show you here is under connectors. Okay. This is where you can start to utilize Claude as your actual assistant. So you can see on the left-hand side here, I have a lot of different things connected into Claude itself. I have my calendar, I have Canva, I have my Gmail, my Google Drive. I even have Instacart, so I could have AI go order the groceries if it needed to. But this is where you are really going to start to see it get your time back. Okay. And so if you don't already have connectors set up, I'm going to walk you through exactly how to do this. And one of the biggest questions that I get is, well, I don't want to give AI my password, right? None of us want to give AI our password, and you don't actually have to. What you're going to do is to connect anything that you need. You're going to push this little plus button here and click on Browse Connections. And what that's going to do is it's going to pull up a list of all of the connectors that Claude already has installed. So, for example, Zoom, Google Drive, your Google Calendar, all of the different tools that you might use within your business can be connected to Claude. And so, for example, if I connected my Gmail account and my calendar, I could say, hey, Claude, go email Ryan Miracle, see if he's available for coffee on Friday at 2 o'clock. And if he is, add that to my calendar and then send him an email confirming that we're going to meet. Or if you do a lot in Canva, if you make your Claude connector to Canva, you could tell it, hey, Claude, go find my open house template. And here are the photos for 123 Main Street. Go update that template for my open house flyers or my farming postcards or whatever it is that you use in your business. It also has a lot of different CRMs that are available to connect with it. So if you use something like HubSpot or Salesforce, those are all available as well. And so when you choose to connect your platforms, you have more assistance with Claude actually going to those platforms and doing things for you. All right. So if you're looking at this and you're like, wow, that's a really big list. I don't really want to scroll through everything. The fastest and easiest way to do this is just to type in all of the different platforms that you use. and it will actually filter through all of them for you. So kind of just think of all the tools that you use in your day and what you would want Claude to be connected to. And it's very simple to connect these. So I'll use one, for example. Let's see what I don't have already connected here. All right, go out here. So all you would have to do then is choose the one that you want to connect. You would click on the plus button, and then it would allow you a pop-up to just continue to that platform, and it will take you directly into that platform. Have you as the human sign in, so you're not giving Claude your password. It is actually taking you to that platform and having you sign in. And then you can see here, just like that, now Microsoft 365 is connected into Claude. And so I could open up Claude and I could say, hey, go into my Microsoft account and go send this email, and it would. Okay, so the connectors are very, very impactful, especially if you're on the go, right? Especially as we're out showing properties or on listing appointments and things like that. You can add the app to your phone, and now Claude becomes your assistant. Okay, so the first thing I would do is personalize it. And again, have it interview you. The second thing I would do is go connect all of the platforms that you want it to have access to. Okay. Now, one of the things I love about Claude specifically is when you connect different platforms and different things. For example, you have full control over what it has access to and what it doesn't. Because a lot of us are still a little skeptical of AI, right? We don't want it to go read all of our emails or have access to some stuff. So here's how you could customize it even further. Say you wanted to connect your Gmail account. Okay, once you connect it, you can see here I have mine on my left-hand side. You could actually click on Gmail and it would give you even deeper permissions of what you want Claude to have access to within Gmail itself. Okay, so if I do want it to be able to create new drafts, I could choose to just automatically approve it. I could choose that it needs my approval as the human before it does anything, or I could choose that it does not have access to do that whatsoever. So each one of the platforms that you connect, you can click through here and see all of the different approvals that each one of them can or cannot give access to Claude. Okay. So the connectors are the easy way to build your assistant. Now, if you look on the left-hand side here, there's also something called plugins. And Claude did a really great job, in my opinion, about 3 weeks ago. They shipped, and by shipped, I mean they basically made available a list of plugins that are already built for small businesses. So as you're starting to learn what's possible, you don't necessarily have to be the one to go figure it all out right away. Okay. And so under connectors, you can see here where it says personal plugins. And plugins are a little bit different. Plugins are where you can take multiple connectors. So say you had a process or a workflow that you wanted to build and you wanted it to have access to your Gmail, your Google Calendar, and your Google Drive. You could kind of package that all in, and that is called a plugin. Okay. And so the more that we build this robust assistant, the more that we have, I want my marketing team, I want my operations team, you can start to build these out in a way where all of those are talking together. Okay. Now, the next thing that we're going to want to do is once we have all of our connectors implemented and integrated into Claude, the next thing we're going to want to do is start to build skills. And so if you haven't heard of skills yet, they are basically a job that you are creating for your AI. And so, for example, you can see here that they have a lot of these available to you already. But one of the things I love about this is on the left-hand side under customize, you can automatically build your own within your own business. And when I say build your own skills, a lot of you are probably feeling like that's a very overwhelming type word, right? I get it. But they make this so easy, and I'm going to show you exactly how to do it. And then I'm going to show you some examples of what I've already done to give you some inspiration on what is possible. Okay. So now that we have our connectors, we're going to go build some skills. Okay. Now, the skills themselves, again, on the left-hand side under customize, you're going to click on skills, and these can be for quite literally anything you're doing repetitively. So if you have something that you're doing multiple times or something that's taking you too long to accomplish, those would be the first things that I focus on building skills for. Okay. So when you click on skills, again, the plus button right here, you can browse skills that they already have, but I want to show you how easy it is to create one yourself. Because out of the couple of hundred of you that are in this room, we all run our businesses very differently, right? And so there's going to be things as a solo agent that you might have different than a team leader that might be different than a mortgage lender. And so all of this can be created through skills. All right. So you're going to click on create skill. You're going to click on create with Claude. And what this is going to do is it's going to prompt Claude to ask you questions about what it is that you want to accomplish. And you can quite literally, just in a conversation like we're having here, in a conversation like you're having with a friend, you can just explain to it what you want this skill to be able to do. So, for example, if you wanted it to, you're out on showings and you want to be able to drop in the 10 showings that your client is going to go see on Saturday, and you want it to create a one pager of all the different parks and restaurants and everything around there, you could tell it exactly that, just like I just said out loud verbally, and it would do that. So one of the things I want to show you here is how to create this. And again, I just plus button and then I clicked on create skill and you can see it has prompted itself. And so when I submit that, it's going to start to ask me exactly what I want to build. All right. And so when I tell it the exact verbiage, just like I would tell an assistant, it will actually use those connectors that we just had and start to go build itself. All right. So usually when I'm on Zoom, this takes a little bit longer than normal. So bear with me here for a second. But the one thing I really I wanted to focus on too is as you're building these, you have options as to which model you want Claude to run. Okay. And so if you look down here, Opus is what I have. This is for the complex tasks, but it also uses the most usage, the most tokens. Okay. So you're going to see that you're going to run out of those tokens pretty quickly if you work in the complex, deep research type model. Now, if you want a lighter model where you can actually, kind of have more conversation with it and it's not going to maximize all of its usage for you as quickly, you could come over here and you could change it to Sonnet, which is kind of your everyday. That's what I would be using if you're just using it every single day. Or you can even use Haiku, which is the shorter, faster model. All right. So depending on how quickly you want it to generate information, depending on how complex the connections are that you want to create, you can choose which model you want to use right down here in the middle. So again, Haiku is your fast implementer. Sonnet is kind of your everyday Joe, and then Opus is the one for complex tasks. All right. Now, you'll see here, it's going to start to ask me questions. What should the skill do? When should I trigger it? What's the output? Do I need any compliance baked in? And so obviously we can start to just conversationally tell it what we want, but we can tell it also to make sure that it's following all fair housing compliance. Make sure that it's following all TCPA requirements. Whatever different terms, conditions, disclosures that you want, you can tell it to follow those and it will. All right. So here's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to do with my microphone so you guys can hear me and it goes faster, but I typically talk to AI. Most of the time where I am talking to Claude or ChatGPT, I'm quite literally turning on this microphone right here and I am literally just verbally telling it what I want. All right. So let's say I want to create, I work with a lot of buyers and I want to create a buyer assistant who will go pull the comps, the neighborhood information, and all of the parks, the restaurants, everything around there. So I can feel like the expert of that area as I'm showing clients homes in that area. All right. So all I'm going to do is turn on the microphone here and just talk. I want to create a skill that will help me when I am out showing buyer clients. I want it to be able to pull all of the neighborhood information, including parks, restaurants, everything that would be of interest to someone looking to move into that area and what the lifestyle is like in that area. I also want you to pull the comparables of understanding if the property is priced correctly or too high or low. And you can pull that from any public information like Zillow, Homes.com, Trulia, etc. I want you to create this to be a one-page document that I could give to my buyer clients as we're in this area and allow them to understand what this lifestyle would be like to live here. And again, that's just one example. So I just talked to it. And now all I have to do is click on the submit button and it will actually start to understand the context of what I just told it and build itself. So again, anything that you're doing in your business, if it's taking too much time or if it's a repetitive process, you can come in and build these skills. And now your AI is going to be more understanding and have basically a step-by-step process of how you want it done every single time. Okay. And so again, if I was doing this, I could have it go into Canva, I could have it go into emails, but I want to do something very simple for you to understand how easy this truly can be because I feel like so many people are overwhelmed because the internet's telling them that AI is so hard to understand, right? So I want to simplify this in a way for you that shows you that you don't have to be a master prompter. You don't have to be some tech guru to be able to use these tools. All right. So now it's going to look at two of your existing skills because I already have a few of these built. But yours would start from scratch and yours would start to understand with that context exactly what it is that you want to create and start to figure out where it needs to go research, etc. So right now it's weighing the fair housing risks and it's consolidating all the overlapping skills. And so you can see here, it's actually giving me the play-by-play of everything it's doing behind the scenes. All right. So you can kind of watch what it's doing. And again, if it's doing something that maybe you're like, ooh, I didn't get that quite right the first time, or ooh, I didn't quite explain that how I want, you could actually just click on the stop button and it would stop doing what it's doing. And you could update the information based upon the changes that you want to do. All right. So here we go. Here's the honest situation before we build. There's an overlap. I already have a neighborhood expert, so probably should have thought of something different, but here we go. All right. So here is the gap. So it's saying that it can't pull unless it's public information. It's saying the fair housing steering is the real exposure. It breaks all of that down. And then it's going to say, hey, here are 5 decisions that I need you to make. Okay. And so again, I could just turn on the microphone and I could walk it through answering every single one of these. So here you go. For the first decision, let's go ahead and make a new skill. For the scope, let's do the surrounding area, maybe within a mile of the property. I want this to be a PDF version that I could either print or send to their phone. The comps that you pull lean on anything that is public. And for my brand, just make sure that it has my logos and is compliant to my brokerage. So again, it built, it stopped and asked more questions, and then it's going to build again. And so with this, you can start to build these skills that will take the heavy lift of everything that you're doing in your day to day and it will condense the time, right? Because if I manually do this, I would have to go pull all the comps, I would have to go research all the restaurants and the parks and what the lifestyle is like. That might take me an hour or two. And if I'm out on the road showing multiple buyers that day, I might not have that hour or two. And if I do, it might be at 10 o'clock at night behind my computer, right? But now that I have this skill that's being built, I could quite literally from my phone in between showings or as I'm grabbing coffee or whatever, I could say, hey, Claude, go pull this information for this buyer. And now that I have this skill, it will do just that. All right. So as this is building here, you can see exactly what it's doing. And again, down here at the bottom, you can see how much usage you're using throughout the way. All right. The usage that it is using resets every 5 hours. So if you get to a point where you've maxed out the usage, you just have to wait those 5 hours to jump back in and try again. But again, I'm using Opus 4, which is the deep complex version. So it's doing more research. You could choose to use a faster version, no problem. All right. So here we go. Here's our new skill. It's going to pull the scope is a mile area around the specific property. It's going to format a PDF version that I could either text or print. It's going to pull the comps from the public sources, and we are ready to go. All right. So as it finalizes all of this, it will walk you through step by step everything that you need to do. All right. Now, while that's finalizing, let me go over here and show you what one of these looks like that's already done so I can show you a example right away. All right. So here's one that I already had built. This is the buyer showing sheet that we built within my community. Alberto actually built this one for us, which was fantastic. And so this is what a finalized version looks like, right? You generate, it gives its own description of what it does. It gives its own step-by-step process. And again, it's building all of this just based off of me verbally telling it what I want it to do. And so here's some more examples. I have a listing assistant that will build a full listing launch, and it triggers whenever I give it a property address and say, here's a new listing. I've got a neighborhood expert that will actually understand. I said, you are my instant neighborhood expert. When I give you a address, I want you to build a complete area and make me sound like I've been selling in that neighborhood for 10 years. I've got one that will do SEO quick audit. So it will actually go search your websites and things like that if you feel like you're not getting the SEO, the reach that you want. If you've heard me speak before, you hear me talk a lot about lead magnets to automate getting some leads into your business. You could build a lead magnet skill. That way, every time you give it a topic, it will automatically build the lead magnet for you. There's a lot of different things that you can do here just based upon an idea that you have. All right. And so that's still building. So what I'll do here is show you how one of these works. So for example, if I wanted to use my buyer showing sheet, what I could do is just hit this forward slash here or just type in buyer showing sheet. And this skill will all of the sudden allow me to do exactly what we just built. So for example, if I wanted to do Columbus, Ohio, 43230. I could say, I want you to pull the buyer showing sheet. Here's the address. And what it's going to actually do for me is process everything without me having to manually do it. Because I trained it one time, it now knows the exact step-by-step process that it should take from start to finish. It knows the connectors that you tell it to go search in. It knows the public information you had it go pull. It is trained on this one thing. Okay. And so this is a very powerful way to get your time back as you're out and about, especially. All right. So all I did was say buyer showing sheet. Here's the address. And it says, I'll build a hot sheet for this property. It's in coming soon status. It's listed by us. And now it's going to pull the full property detail page for me. Okay. And what this is going to produce is whatever you tell it to. So the three things you really want to focus on when you're building a skill is what do you want it to do? Where do you want it to go find the information? And how do you want it delivered to you? So what do you want it to do? Where is it going to go to find that information? And how do you want it delivered to you as a final product? Okay. All right. So as this figures out real quick, I probably should have put it in a not opus, but that's okay. As this figures out real quick, you can start to ideate with AI itself if you're not quite sure where to start. Again, have it interview you and say, I need to go build some skills based upon everything I just told you. What are the 5 most impactful skills that I could build today? And again, AI walks you through everything. You don't have to be a prompter or an engineer or a coder or anything. You just have to know what buttons to click and how to clearly tell it what it is you want, where to find the information, and how you want it delivered. All right. Let this finish up real quick. I see a couple more people asking about the recording. Yes, I will give the recording to everybody who registered, and you are more than welcome to send it out to your teams or anybody else that you want here as well. All right. I see a couple more questions. Can you connect it to more than one email account? Yes. When you click on Gmail, it will actually prompt you to sign in to which account you want. You can connect it to multiples. It's just an extra step to the process. It does not natively connect to command because command is not open source, but I can show you a way that you can get it to do things in command for you here in just a second as well. All right. And so as this is finishing up here, it's got everything it needs. Before I show you the sheet, it's going to flag anything that's not correct. And now it's going to go build our sheet for us. And again, you can see it's coding this entire thing. I am not doing anything more than verbally telling it exactly what it is I want it to do every step of the way. Answer a couple more questions. Yes, I'm on the $20 version of Claude. I do not pay the $100. Um, for the skills that I would suggest starting out, there is a skill creator. So if you go into skills and click on browse skills, there's a skill creator already built by Claude that will help you create skills, Michelle. So they make it very simple for you. They make it almost, as long as you know where to find the information in the settings, they make it almost the most user friendly it can be. Okay. You can have it do the MLS, know your MLS rules, disclaimers. I'm not going to go tell you to do that, but it does have the ability to do that if your MLS allows it. Kelly, this is different than Manus in a lot of ways. Manus I'm using for my builder. This is kind of more of the assistant side. You're connecting it with more things, you're doing more with it, and it is actually taking work off of your plate every step of the way. So as you start to use Claude more, you'll get a more comfortable and confident in what it is capable of doing for you. All right. And so you can see it's coding the entire thing. It's going to build it all for me in a nice fancy way that I could just either text this to my client, I could email it to my client, I could print it and give it to my client, and I don't have to spend hours in Canva, right? Or I could connect it to Canva if I already have a template of exactly what it is I want it to do. All right. Will you show us the way you build the skills? Yes, that's exactly what I'm showing you. This is exactly how I would build the skill. And now, based upon me just typing in exactly what I want it to do, where to find the information, and how I want it delivered, and then all I did was type in the address, and now it's giving me this sheet. It's breaking down the price. It went and found all the information. It broke down the features, the amenities. It broke down all of the comps in the area. It broke down the neighborhood, the coffee, the what the lifestyle would be like living there, the Metro Park, and you can even have it clickable where your client can now come in here and if you're showing multiple properties, you can have it break down what they liked, what they didn't like, and give feedback along the way as well. So especially if you're showing maybe 5 or 10 properties in a day, you can actually have something like this built in just a matter of minutes to allow you to have more freedom while still getting the job done. Okay, so again, you could have Claude interview you and then say, based upon everything you know about me, what are the top 5 things I should build a skill for? And once you have that answer, it will actually build these things for you. Okay, now when it comes to skills, they are very, very powerful in what they're able to do, but you also can pull them into different projects. Okay, so if you look on the left-hand side here, there is a button called projects. And so you can see I have a lot of different projects going here, but you, for example, could create a project and say that this is your buyer project. And so your buyer, the one pager we just created, the comp puller, every skill that you build specifically for buyers can live in this project. You can build another project for listings, another project for marketing. And so you can organize these in a way that makes more sense in your business. That way you don't just have a bunch of threads all over the place and then you're like completely overwhelmed trying to find what it is that you're building and what you're doing. So projects is a way that you could have, this is my listing project, this is my buyer project, this is my marketing project. Or if you take a lot of listings, you could even say, this is 123 Main Street, this is 456 Long Street, this is all the different addresses. And so you have everything customized and organized in a way that makes most sense for you. Okay. Like Brittany said, yes, that's exactly why you use projects, is because it'll store the information from the previous chats and have all of that understanding within that project itself. But my point here is that you can pull these skills into those projects as well. So now you have these skills all working together within that project itself. Okay. So we've got the personalization, we've got the connectors, we've got the skills, and now we've got the projects. Okay. Now, one thing that a lot of people aren't aware of is there are several different versions of Claude. What I have shown you so far is what most of you are probably utilizing. It is just Claude.ai. It's on the web, and it's what most of us were using with ChatGPT or Gemini anyways. Okay. One of the things that is truly different about Claude now is you have more options than just the chat. Okay. So if you go to the Google Chrome Marketplace, there's an actual Claude extension. Okay. So you would just go to Google and you would type in Chrome Marketplace Claude extension, and it will take you directly to the Chrome store to where that Claude extension is. Okay, so this is kind of the next level. Instead of just using it as a chat, now I can make this an extension in my Chrome browser. And once I make this an extension in my Chrome browser, it will actually allow me to do things with Claude on the internet. So here's where if you wanted it to go to showing time, if you wanted it to go to dot loop or anything like that, here's where you could then have it. Go sign in to showing time and schedule me these showings at this time on this date, and Claude would take that over and actually go do that thing for you. Okay, you could have it pull your listing stats. You could have it pull, reverse prospect all the agents who have shown properties in that area. You can have it do so much more with you, and they all start to work together. Okay, so the Claude in your browser, the chat, is separate than Claude the assistant, right? So you can use both at the same time. While you're doing something over here on the chat, your assistant could go be doing something else somewhere else, so you don't have to be the one to do it. Okay, and so when you pull this, just click on this little icon here. You can see that it opened up an extension. And so I could tell it, I want you to log in to showing time and pull the listing reports for our last two active listings. And so by me telling it to do that, it's actually going to go into showing time and it's creating its own plan. And you can see here, before it does anything, it's going to say, okay, here's the approach I'm going to take. I'm going to navigate to the showing time login. I'm going to ask you for your login credentials, and then I'm going to log into the showing time, navigate to the listings, identify the last two active, and pull the data for you. Is that the plan that you want to follow? And so if it is, I could push approve plan and it would go do it. And if it's not, I can make changes. Okay. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to say, yes, that is the approved plan. And then again, you can see it's actually going in. I'm not touching anything. It's actually going into showing time and it's going to go log in and do all of that for me. Okay, so this is where you can really truly start to execute things on your behalf. All right, so here we go. The showing time login page is ready. Again, I'm not giving AI my password. It's going to stop and say, hey, human, go log in. I'm going to go log in with my own password and actually click the login button. And then it's going to go step by step and do everything else for me here. Okay, so I'll say remind me later. Exit that. All right, now as you start to use this assistant for things, for example, if you are wanting it to do this maybe weekly, or you're wanting it to do it, every week or every month and things like that, you can actually come in here and you can create these as shortcuts. So you could create a shortcut that says every Monday, I want you to go into showing time. I want you to pull all of the active listing showing reports, or every time. Every time you post to Instagram, if you want to automate something, you could say, I want you to go research this topic and go do this thing. And again, this showing to assistant is going to walk you through step by step. All right. So it says, I need you to log in. Great. I logged in. And now I'm going to tell it to continue. And it's going to, you see how this orange bar around the outside, that's how you know that Claude is taking over that exact tab and what it's doing. Okay. And so it's going to capture the page, it's clicking around. I'm not doing anything here. It's just going to walk you through step by step, every step of the way. Okay. And so this is a really powerful way that you can actually pull all of this information and have it do the heavy lifting for you. All right. And it's going to break down everything it's doing here. Now, if you want to teach it, like I said, if you want to teach it, you can actually record what you're doing. If you want to show it first, exactly how you want it done, and it will walk you through step by step, every step of the way. Okay. So that is a really powerful way that you could use that browser extension as well. Now, the third way that most of you have maybe heard that you could use Claude is they now have a desktop version. So if you've heard of the word cowork, Claude Cowork, that is not available on the internet. That is not available in this Claude.ai or the assistant. The Claude Cowork is actually a download that you're going to have on your computer. Okay, so you would just download Claude to your computer. And again, if you're not quite sure where this is, let me pull this back up for you. You can click on this download button right here next to your name, and it will actually download this for you. But this is where it starts to get even more powerful, is because the download now, it has the chat just like the internet does, but now it also has something called Cowork. Okay. And again, this is where you could have it go clean up files on your computer, or you could have it go actually do things for you. And so, for example, a couple Sundays ago, I was working on something that I realized that I needed to do 17 times. There's a group of us, there's a couple of them in this room where we are actually getting Claude certified. And there's 17 different courses that I had to go download and, copy paste the links and things like that. And I was like, I'm not spending a Sunday afternoon doing that. And so I did it once. I showed Claude Cowork an example of how I did it, and then I had it go complete the other 16 courses for me. So once you have the download, again, it becomes more powerful as your assistant. Okay. And the last version here is Claude Code. And quite honestly, I've been playing around with it. If you're not quite a techie person, I wouldn't even worry about Claude Code at the moment. If you are a techie person, it can build websites and build apps and all of the fancy things that a lot of us see, but don't let this or the fear of having to learn this, don't let that be something that stops you. Okay. At least start playing with the chat. At least start personalizing it and getting those connectors and building those skills so you have an assistant that will walk you through step by step. All right. So on Cowork, you can see here I did the Academy for Claude export into Notebook LM. You can you can give it certain tasks. It still has the projects, but you can also start to schedule these as well. So say you wanted it to run every Monday, you wanted it to go search through the expired listings, the for sale by owners, all of the different things, and send you an email. This is how you can start to use it as an assistant to actually go do things for you. Okay. So there's a lot of different ways that you can use Claude, but the big ways are getting your time back. And again, the connectors and the skills and actually having it, giving it permissions to go do these things for you is the easiest and the best way. Okay. So the internet version, the Chrome extension version and the download version are all three separate things, but the two of them, the internet and the download, they still talk to each other. So if I wanted to come in here, I can still see all of the skills that I built on the internet available here as well. Okay, so it's still the same account. It still has the same information. It's just two separate things depending on how involved you want AI to be, whether it's just doing things for you with different platforms or whether it's truly doing things for you on your computer as well. Okay. So there's a lot of different ways that you could do this. And again, I know that a lot of you are feeling overwhelmed with it. So I wanted to be able to break down kind of what's important, what's not, what should we focus on, what doesn't matter. Because again, in our world, at least in mine, the two things that matter most are making more money and getting more time back. right? So how can we do those two things with Claude? That was the main objective here, okay? Now, you can see here on the left-hand side, I'm almost maximized my session. And I can see here it resets in 4 hours and 27 minutes. Okay. So you can kind of keep a track. And again, this is a extension I use that's just called Claude Usage that allows me to kind of see where I'm at. Okay. Now, the last thing I want to show you is again, code and design. If you wanted to actually start to create these things, it's very simple. You could just click on the design and it will walk you through every step of the way. I'm going to skip the intro here, but you can create things like slide decks, you can create things like documents, you can create anything that you need all within Claude itself. And the thing I love about here too, like I said, is it gives you examples. It gives you a lot of different ways and it gives you the prompts. So you can kind of look through the examples and see what other people have built, and you can actually just use those prompts to do all of these cool things. And so as it gives you more time back and the more confidence that you're building and the more you're getting better and you're using it more on a regular basis, you can kind of graduate to all of these other things. But to start, the three things that I would do is I would go have it interview you. Whoops, there we go. I would go have it interview you first. Second, I would go into these connectors and I would add in all of the things you wanted to have access to. And then third, I would start to build these skills that will become your basically your little army of agents, right? Your little AI agents that each one has their own job description and knows exactly what it is that you want it to do before you even open it up. Okay. All right. I'm going to walk through a couple of questions here. I can take, if someone wants to raise their hand, if you've got a burning question, I'll take 3 or 4 questions here as I'm walking through the chat. I know this is a lot of information. Like I said, I'm going to give you guys the recording. That way you have access to go back and watch it, stop it, play it, and build these things as you go. But Arlene, go ahead. Your hand's up.
Hi, I was just curious with the Claude extension, is that always working in the background or is that only when you select it to do a task?
It's only when you select it to do a task.
Excellent.
Yep.
Excellent. Thank you.
Only when you select it to do a task. And Arlene, I know it looks like you're driving, but if you can see here, when I click on this, it opens its own cluster of tabs. So it doesn't have access to every tab. It only has access to what I'm telling it to go access.
Awesome. Perfect. Thank you
Yeah.
so much.
Yeah, you're very welcome. Michelle, go ahead.
Okay, sorry. I was wondering what you would say is the best way to use Claude for recruiting.
Absolutely. So if it were me, I would either use the browser extension or I would use Cowork to go and tell it where to find whatever information, the closings, if you've got some sort of like MLS data, you could upload a spreadsheet in there. And then you could have a Gmail connector go send personalized information, personalized emails to each one of those agents and save you all of that time.
Oh my
You could
gosh,
also
yes,
have it
thank you.
yeah, you could also have it go to like LinkedIn if you want to. There's a lot of agents on LinkedIn, and you could have it search for agents in your area and send them personalized messages as well.
Thank you.
Of course. Lindsay, go ahead.
I was just curious to know inside when you connect your Gmail, are you only able to connect one email or can you connect on multiple emails?
Yeah, so in here, let me go back here. Whoops, connectors. In here, if I go to browse connectors and type in Gmail, here we go. You can actually, oh, they might have changed it. I used to be able to connect to. Interesting. Maybe you can only connect one. I swear I had two connected. Daryl, you're on here. I know you're getting certified. Do you know if they changed that? I'm sorry.
I do not know that. I was under the understanding that you could do multiple, so that's interesting. Yep.
I have had multiples. They must have changed
Yep.
something. But I'll do a little research on that and see if they did change something differently there.
Awesome. Thanks, Lauren.
Yeah, of course. Julie, go ahead.
Yeah, hi. So regarding, setting up skills and agents to go do things for you, like you said, pulling expires or FISBOs and that kind of thing. I mean, and then you also mentioned about how it needs your, like you had the example of it, it's stopped and said, okay, what's your login information? I mean, how can it do that automatically and send you an email if it needs your login information in real
Once
time?
once you log in and give it permissions, so for example, with the email here, you can give it permissions to always allow. So you have control in the actual connectors. What you had seen is, like I said, the browser extension is separate from the actual Claude on the internet, right? So the login, I hadn't already logged in, it wasn't already connected, so it stopped and said, "Hey, human, I need you to go log in for this." So as long as you have it connected and you give it permission right out the gate with that connection, then it could go do it. But because Showing Time didn't already have a connection done, it actually stopped me before logging in.
But can you set up connectors with all of the permissions with all of those? And do you have to go into them as individual apps to do that within the connector screen?
Yep. So in the connectors, if you click on Browse Connectors, you can come in here and you can start to see Showing Time is not natively put into Claude, which is why you have to use the browser extension to have it go do that. Same thing with .loop, same thing with Command. They're not built into Claude, so the browser is where you would have to go do it. And because you haven't already given it permissions, it has to go log in because it doesn't have that permission yet.
Okay. So I don't understand how you receive emails automatically with this information.
Because I've already given Gmail the connector. I've already given it the permission to go do this all of the
Mhm.
time.
Okay, and you do that within Claude or within Gmail?
Yep, within Claude itself, when you click on Gmail and you connect it, you can choose what to always allow, what needs your approval, or what you're not going to allow it to have access to at all.
But what if you wanted to go look at the MLS or Land Voice or something like that?
Then you would need the browser extension because those are not already built into the connectors portion of Claude.
Got it. Okay.
Yep.
All right, thanks.
Yeah, of course. Kimberly, go ahead.
So you were talking that you don't really use ChatGPT anymore. So can you tell me um, the biggest difference between Chat and Claude and why you're using Claude? Can Chat even do this kind of stuff?
Yeah, so chat can't do as much as Claude, which is a majority of why I've kind of shifted to Claude because it's more powerful. It does more with co-work and things like that. For me, though, there's also the side of chat had become, in my opinion, a cheerleader, fluffy, more theory driven, where to me, Claude is more sophisticated. The outputs that I'm getting from it are much deeper in the understanding of what I'm trying to accomplish and how I'm accomplishing it. And so for me, I think that's a big one. There are other reasons, but those are the big two.
Okay.
Yeah. Julie, go ahead.
No, 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 I'm sorry. I already asked my question. I should
Oh,
lower my
sorry.
hand. Thank you.
That's okay. Rebecca, go ahead.
Hey, Lauren. So if I wanted help creating like a local guide that I could also go and edit in Canva, I've taken a lot of your classes through Inspire. Would this be something that Claude could do, or should I start with Chat and go to Manus, or where would
Yeah.
be the best place to do that so they could do all the research for different categories for the local guide, and then I could just go and maybe edit that in Canva or whatever it might be. How would that, what would that look like?
Yep. So if I were you, I would build a skill that is a lead magnet builder. That's exactly what I built here. So it creates 3 to 5 high converting lead ideas, interviews me about, what I want exactly to do, and then it will actually go build that lead magnet. So with that Canva connector, if you said, here's the template that I want you to do, it would actually take that information and put it into Canva. The reason I build some of these on Manus, and I know we're not talking about Manus right now, but is because each one of the Canva documents is great. But Manus allows me to make it more interactive because now I have a hub, a landing page where all of them can live, and they're more interactive where they're not just a static PDF from Canva.
Sure. Okay, perfect. Thank you.
No problem. Who is next? I'm so sorry. Let's go with Giancarlo. How are you?
Hey, Lauren, real good. I think you mentioned this, the command workaround. Is that going to be through the extender? And can you show it real quick if you have time? If not, it's all good.
Yep. So you would actually click on this extension right here. Once you have the extension, you would just click on that. Whoops. Here we go. You would click on that, and then you would just tell it, I want you to go to agent.kw.com and log in, and then it would stop you and say, I need your login, and then it would be able to go do those things for you. So it can add contacts to your database, it can create opportunities for you, whatever you give it permission to do. But because Command is not open source, the extension, the browser extension is the only way to give it access to go click on those different tabs for you.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, of course. All right, let's go with Dylan and then Dustin, and then I'll wrap it up here.
Lauren, I just wanted to say that you're awesome. Thank you for doing this. I know you didn't have to do this, and like I I know you probably get blown up from all of us all the time, so I was just gonna just give you a shout out for doing this because my agents have been texting me mind blown. So thank you so much for being willing to do this.
Absolutely, it's my pleasure. Thank you. All right, Dustin, you're up.
Yeah, this is probably a very simple question, but last night I built a 90-day plan to implement, and it was giving me step by step. And today I got the pro, so therefore it wants me to bring the file from chat to co-work. What's the easiest route to do that?
Absolutely, that's a great question. The easiest way, let me go back here to Claude. The easiest way, they've made it so simple for us here, is to when you go click on your name and go to settings, there is, let me remember where it's at. Hold on one second. Ba-ba-ba. Nope. Yep. Okay. So it's under capabilities. They actually give you this little area here that says import memory from other AI providers. And when you do that, you could just click on start import and it will actually give you the exact prompt that you could go copy and paste into ChatGPT or Gemini, and it will extract all that information for you. Now, if you have a file, the easiest way to do that then would just be to upload that file as well once it extracts all the information. And the reason you want it to extract the information is so you don't have to take the time to, train it all over again, right? That could be the barrier of entry that a lot of you feel is I already trained ChatGPT. I don't want to have to train it again. And with this copy paste, they make it very simple to take this prompt, go paste it into ChatGPT, copy what ChatGPT says, and then paste it right back into Claude just like that. And it's all done for you. Of
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
course. All right, last one, Julie.
Okay, tell me where you got the usage barometer because that thing is amazing and I don't know how to find it.
Yeah, the Chrome store. So you would just go to Google, type in Chrome store and type in Claude usage, and it's just a free extension.
Thank you.
Awesome. Very good. All right. So I promised you guys that I would keep it short. I promised you I would keep it sweet. And I also promised you I'm launching something new. So for those of you who want to have a little bit more, I'm going to run through a quick update of what I've got going for you here. And if this is for you, you can jump in and join us. But I'm putting together, I get a lot, to Dylan's point, I get a lot of you who are in my DMs and asking me questions and texting me all of the time, right? And so I thought maybe I could put together an 8-week cohort where I'm building with you for 8 weeks straight. And I've done this with market centers already, but I wanted to offer it to you as the agents because again, you're not behind, you're not late. If you're in this room, you're already ahead of about 85% of your competition. But the problem is that you feel like you're not technical enough. You feel all the Instagram posts that are saying this feels illegal to know, and it's very overwhelming, right? And so a lot of you are just waiting for the right moment. And so, yes, we have our mastermind group, but I wanted to put together a implementation cohort. So we're going to start on June 29th. It's going to go from 8 weeks. We're going to skip the week of Mega Camp, though, since most of us are KW. So it's going to go 7 weeks, skip Mega Camp, come back August 24th. And this is not a course. This is not something you're going to watch. It's not a certificate you're going to earn. It's going to be 8 weeks of me actually helping you figure this stuff out. Okay. And so every week that we're waiting, we're costing ourselves more time. We're costing ourselves more money, right? Because we're spinning our wheels. We're on this hamster wheel and things never slow down, especially right now. We are in the thick of spring market, summer market, vacation, everything else. But again, I wasn't technical enough either. The thing that I have unlocked is the reason that I have become kind of person that everybody asks. I hate to say guru, but it's because I stopped waiting until I was ready. I got curious enough to start to ask AI, what can you do for me? How can you help me? And so again, I am not the smartest person in this room. I've just learned how to use AI at a deeper level, and I haven't let that curiosity stop. And a lot of you in this room have probably been in workshops and webinars and things like that. We've got 996 five-star reviews on Google, and I thank every single one of you who took the time to do it. But you guys are so capable of doing this, right? And you don't need to understand how to use AI to do it. You just need to have a system built for you. So I'm putting together this 8-week course. We're going to do things like build these skills. We're going to do things like automate your lead generation because the gap between overwhelmed and leveraged, what that gap is, a lot of you are feeling, it's not more learning. It's not more YouTube. It's not more courses. It is a system. Okay. And so I put together this course specifically for you. So a lot of you, when you first hear me speak, are probably in this overwhelmed, too much info, no direction, right? There are some of you who are probably in this curiosity phase of, okay, now that I'm starting to understand, now that things are starting to click a little bit more, I'm willing to give something a try. What I want to do is get as many of us from that curious to the confident, the leverage, and finally the free, where your business can just run without you. You've got systems in place, and implementation is the key to that, right? More information is not going to get your business running. The implementation is. All right. So here's what I've built. I thought to myself, what would it take, or what would it look like if someone could go from overwhelmed to leverage in 8 weeks? And so that is why I built this build anyway. You're overwhelmed, build anyway. You don't think you can do it, build anyway, right? And so here's what the accelerator is going to be. It's going to be 8 weeks live. We're going to have live coaching, direct access. It's going to be on Mondays every single week. We're going to actually build things together, and we're going to have a community where we can help each other. I already have the community, so you're just going to enter into the community to keep that momentum going. So week 1, we're going to figure out the foundation and the audit of exactly what is going to help your business specifically, because again, not everyone's business is the same. Then we're going to focus on your first AI system. So we're going to get it built and running in your business. Then we're going to focus on content and communication and how it can actually write and do things for you so we can then automate your lead generation. Okay. And then we're going to break down the automation architecture and start to stack some of these automations together. I'm going to give you that morning brief that a lot of you have seen me post, where it shows me everything that's going on in the market every single day. And we're going to get your systems integrated. And then we're going to round out week 8 with a 90-day plan of what comes next based off of your business specifically. Okay. Now, from there, here's everything that I'm going to give you in the community. You're going to get 8 weeks of the live coaching, direct access to me. You're going to get the full Build Anyway AI system. So again, the curriculum is going to be everything that I have already done, everything that I've already built, and you can see exactly how it works. And I'm not going to make you subscribe for 47 things. I'm not going to, I'm going to show you the ones that are actually going to change your life. I'm going to give you a lot of the workflows. So a lot of the things that you see me build, instead of just showing you how to do it, I'm going to give it to you and show you how I did it so you have full confidence to do it over and over yourself moving forward. Like I said, you're going to get private access to our community, and I'm going to do weekly live sessions. And the reason I'm doing this, if I'm completely transparent, is I've been on 90 flights so far this year. I've done over 100 events so far this year. I am tired of airports and sleeping on airplanes. And so I wanted to put something together where I can make more impact for you guys from here, from my home in my pajamas if I want to. I'm also going to give you a personalized AI business audit and roadmap, lifetime access to all of the replays. And for those of you who sign up today, and again, this is not going to be for everybody, but for those of you who want to actually implement and get on board today, I'm also going to give you a prompt library. I'm going to give you extra automations with that morning brief, and I'm going to give you a free 30 days strategy session with me so I can get to know your business and exactly what it is you do. So all of that, the 8 weeks live coaching, the AI systems, the done with you workflows, the private community, the weekly live office hours, the AI assistants, lifetime recording, the prompt library, the one-on-one, everything I'm going to offer today for $5,500. And again, we're going to start June 29th. We're going to go for 7 straight weeks. We're going to skip Mega Camp and end on August 24th. So if you can take 8 weeks for less than, commissions are all negotiable, for less than half of a closing, and have your entire business automated for $5,500, I want to offer that to you now. So again, let's do the math. If it saves you 5 hours a week, That's 260 hours for the rest of the year times your hourly rate. How much money is that going to save you? If it helps you close an extra deal, one extra deal, again, commissions are negotiable, but I would venture to guess most of us, one deal is more than $5,500. And what about your weekends back? What about your life back, right? That's the big thing. How can we automate and get that done? So I'm going to drop the link here in the chat. I'm also going to send it out with the replay. But if you're interested in actually implementing, if you're interested in actually getting your life and your business back on track, and you don't want the community aspect, you don't want the done with you, you want more hand holding and things like that, that is what this is built for. Okay, so I'm going to drop the link here. If you want, it's going to be held on Mondays starting on June 29th, and it's going to go through August 24th. So 8 weeks. Mondays is when we're going to meet. I'll also have open office hours throughout the week for more implementation, and you're going to have access to the community to help inspire, help engage, and help hold you accountable to changing your life before August 24th. All right. So everybody, I appreciate your time. I hope this was impactful. I hope this was helpful. I hope this gives you more confidence in how to use AI. I'll stick around for another couple of minutes in case there's any questions, but I appreciate your time and I will see you all soon.
Hey Lauren, quick question.
Sure.
Uh, is this the build anyway? So basically just a more hands-on version of your elite mastermind. Is that kind of
Yes. So the mastermind, we meet 3 times a week, and it is
yeah?
more, we're celebrating wins, we're inspiring each other. This is an actual implementation cohort. So we're
Okay.
actually going to every week. I'm going to show you how to do something. We're going to build it together. There's going to be some homework to make sure you're prepared for the next thing, to make sure that you're actually taking action on how you can change your business and change your life in those 8 weeks.
Okay. Perfect. Thank you for the
Yeah,
clarity.
of course. Julie, you have your hand up. You have a question?
Yeah, does this give you access to the rest of your community, like for the rest of the year? Because I've been looking at the $1,000 thing that if you pay for the full year, you get whatever. Is that included, or how does that work?
Yep. The community will be included for the entire 8 weeks. So you'll actually be in our mastermind with us. You can have access to the Monday, Wednesday, Friday calls and the inspiration and everything else. But for the 8 weeks, you get all of it. Mary, go ahead.
Hey, Lauren, this is Marianne in Atlanta. And could you double check? Hello, good to see you. Could you please double check the link because I've tried it a couple of times for the build anyway, and it is not working. Is it
Well, let me see.
possible it's me?
It worked on my end.
Like I said, it's possible.
That's okay.
Triple
Try
check.
refreshing your page, and if not, I can send it to you either via email or Instagram. But I'll send
As
it
long
out with the recording
as,
as
long
well.
as
So, Lauren, I know that you've been going all over to everywhere and everything. How is it possible to do this same type of Zoom webinar for like my market center and have my agents partake in something, if they're interested in doing something like this and showing them, how would we set that up?
Absolutely. So if you go to Instagram, there's a link in my bio. There's a
Okay.
15-minute quick conversation where you can just jump on my calendar and we can discuss kind of what that looks like. I've already done with Tampa. I'm currently doing with Kansas City. So the 8 weeks seems to be kind of the next best option than just the workshops that I've been doing. And again, I mean, I love the workshops. I love traveling. I just would love to be home a little bit more as well, which is why
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
starting to do some of this. But yes, jump on a 15 minutes. We can connect calendars and find a way to make it happen for your market center as well.
Yeah, I just see this, what you did today, and the doing it with you helped a lot because I was doing it while you were doing it. And that's kind of what they need. We've had people come and do AI stuff, but they just kind of show you. They don't really do like you did it. So,
100%. And again, the workshops are fantastic, but you're in a big room. You're not necessarily focused on that one thing. Here, you can have your screen actually doing what I'm doing in the moment, which I truly think is more impactful.
yes, thank you.
course. All right, Dawn, go ahead.
Hey, what time is this on Mondays? How long does it last for each session and what time zone?
Yep, so we're gonna do it late. I'm Eastern Standard, so we're gonna do it later in the day. That way, everyone who's Pacific or even Hawaii doesn't have to wake up at the crack of dawn.
Ah,
I have not confirmed exactly what time. It'll be later in the day though, and it's going to be an hour a week for the sessions just like this one today, where we're actually building together. But I'm also going to have all the replays available to you, and I'm going to have random office hours when I am either traveling and at an airport where I'll just pop in and you can come in and ask questions as well. So the build is going to be 1 hour a week, but there's also going to be a lot more support in office hours throughout the week as well.
awesome. Thank you. This is exciting.
Of course. Anybody else have any questions? I'm trying to look through and make sure I answered everything in the chat, but y'all were blowing it up. I love it. Perfect. Can we find out what office will you be in there in the next few months? Yes, I have in that same link on my Instagram bio, I have all of the upcoming events that are public. Some market centers keep it private only for their agents, but anything that is public, I put the Eventbrite codes up there. So if anyone is looking for upcoming events, I know I'm in Chicago in a couple of weeks. I've got Savannah, Georgia coming up. I've got a couple in, I've got a big event in Las Vegas. I'm kind of everywhere. So if you want to keep up with those events, the easiest way is just look at that link on my Instagram. I try to update it with all the new open public events as possible. Awesome. Michael just dropped the summer masterminds. Thank you. Awesome. All right. Well, if there's no other questions, I appreciate you all. Have a great day and go implement. I'll talk to you later.